Dale Hauser's Prepper back with you for a short video on what I keep in my work bag. So those who may know me know that I have a quite large work bag that I use on a daily basis, carry every day to work, to meetings, everywhere else. And I'm always pulling out something new, something exciting, something like, why do you carry that on you? Well, you might need it. So today, I'm going to show you of what I keep in my work bag. Not everything, but just going to show you a little bit about that. Hope you enjoy the video. First, I want to start out with what type of book bag I carry. Those that are preppers, if you're not aware, 511 is one of the best brands in terms of book bags. I love their clothing. I love everything that they have. Shirts, hats. I even have a 511 hat on, but their book bags are incredible. I purchased last year the Rush 2.0 55 liter tactical book bag. So many compartments, so many ways to attach on more with the Molly system here. Ways to put patches on, a lot of different storage options. So I actually just washed it for the first time. I haven't washed my book bag in a year, so that's a problem. But a lot of different ways to store stuff. So first, start out with one of these book bags. Lots of room, lots of side pockets, pockets within pockets, even back, ways to pour, I put my paper and my big stuff in here. Like I said, this is my workbook bag. Great ways to, attach stuff. Even has a back support system, and if you're going to use it as like more of a bug out bag, they even do have a hip strap and a side strap, so that way you can make sure it's a little bit more comfortable to wear if you're rugging out. It's a great book bag as well. First, going to start out with some of the technology that I carry with me in my work bag. Again, this is not a bug out bag. Separate video I'll be doing at some point, but this is what I carry for just work. Those that know me know I'm an emergency manager. I work, in a county that I could easily have to go to the emergency operations center at some time. I might have to set up my own emergency operations center for my organization. So I carry a lot of stuff in my book bag just to be prepared. So I'm going to go over first things of what I carry technology-wise. I always carry a mouse with me. And making sure, that way, you're not using if you're using a laptop, you got the mouse. Do a lot of training videos. I do a lot of, presentations and trainings in my organization. So I have a little clicker that way I can scroll through the PowerPoint as well. So I keep most of my technology in this backpack on the back. So that way there's two mesh here, and then there's one that's just kind of on the bottom. So I keep all that stuff where I can easily get to it. I kind of have everything organized in a place, where I can get to it easily. Cords, I carry, so many cords. Charger, I carry two separate different things of headphones. I have one that's just a normal auxiliary jack, and then one that actually can plug into my iPhone. I'm an Apple user, so if you use Androids, use the headphones that I go to you, but I put those in there as well. Cords, I carry an HDMI cord, carry a VGA cord. Never know if you're doing a presentation, going to set up in an emergency operations center, or going to work remotely or something. Never know where you might need these types of cords. I picked up a few years ago, got this for Christmas. It's like a little surge protector. I have loved this thing. It is just been so easy to use. I like that the cord is organized, has two USB cords here. It is a power aid. I think you can get this on Amazon, but really enjoyed. I know there's a lot of different products out there, but it is a surge protected cord. So if you're working somewhere in a storm or something, that way you are protected plugging up your electronic devices. Carry iPhone cords with me. Never know, again, if you use Android or using a Google phone, never know when you might need to charge. Make sure you have the right charger for you. Something we don't do a whole lot anymore, everyone's on Wi-Fi, but you never know when you might actually have to plug in to Ethernet if you're working at like a hotel or something. So I carry just a small Ethernet cord with me at all times. Carry some converters. This is a VGA to USB. I've worked so many different places, work with different technology, different types of computer. Just never know where you might need some of these converters. Wall outlet, of course, for your phone. Never know where you might have to plug in. Carry a USB charger that goes in a car. Something else we don't use a whole lot anymore because everyone's cars tend to have USB ports, but you never know where you might get an older car and you need to charge your device. So stuff for that. again, more cards, chargers for your phone. I like these. I have some longer ones as well. I like these because that way, never know where you might need to charge the phone, and it's across the way there, and that way you can plug it in easily. So great to keep that in there as well. I have a hard drive with me. I love this hard drive. I got it on Amazon. I'll tag it on my Amazon list. It is a Transcend hard drive. It is weatherproof, so you can get, not waterproof, but it is weather type proof, so that way you can get a little bit of water on if it had to. Got a lot of storage. I don't know how many gigabytes this is. You have to set it up for your laptop. You have to program the laptop to read it. But I recommend having a hard drive. I carry all my major work stuff on here, even some personal stuff. I try to keep personal and work separate, but since this is my own, I do as well. And I carry a USB drive. Never know when you might need a thumb drive for work. If you're working and you need to, share a file and can't do it over email or something. Never know when you might need a thumb drive. So that's some of the technology I carry. Again, I carry a lot of chargers. I've worked in Emergency Operations Center, and everyone's like, can I borrow a charger? Well, I have like 10 with me. You never know whenever someone else might need a charger, or a charger goes bad, or chargers are always breaking and stuff like that. From there, let's move on to what else I carry in the work bag. Carry a set of batteries, just a bag of AAAs, AA's, 9-volt. You never know when might need a battery for a flashlight, or your mouse, or whatever else is using batteries. Carry some batteries with me. Again, if you're using a larger book bag like this, you have the room for it. I need to get a better bag. I just washed this book bag, like I said. Kind of when you do wash, when you wash it, and that way you can kind of keep everything organized as well. Some office supplies I carry. I carry a bag of index cards and Post-it notes, and I carry coloring labels. I was actually if you're an emergency manager, I was actually in a course, a resource unit leader course, and we were using these to mark T cards. If you're not an emergency manager, you have no clue what I'm talking about, so please ignore this. But I actually started carrying these. You never know when you might need to mark something that's different, so I carry those as well. Carry little Post-it notes as well. You never know when you might need to write on stuff. Carry some bigger ones, bigger notepads, little notepad just with a little protective cover. Never know when you might need something like that. Carry a lot of different pens, pencils, highlighters, Sharpies. If you're working, again, in an emergency operations center, you might be using some, big paper or something. I carry some Expo markers as well. Never know, when you might need, different types of pens and pencils and highlighters and all that type of fun stuff as well. Carry a calculator. Don't do a whole lot of math in my profession, but you never know when you might need a calculator. Everyone pulls out their phones nowadays. What if the phone wasn't working? That way you have a phone. These are really cool. They are made by Rocketbook. If you're not familiar with Rocketbook, go look them up. I have their products. I use them for work. It is essentially, you write in, it's a notepad. You write in it, and then you can actually take a picture of it and upload it as a PDF file or as a Word. Great to use. And then you can just take a wipe or a little bit of wet rag and wipe it off. But I've used those things for years. Love them. But I was actually in a training, or I was working in emergency operations. I don't know where I found these. But in my line of work, I do a lot of, if you're in an emergency operations center or something like that, you're writing, stuff on a big whiteboard or on a big Post-it note or something like that. So these, you actually put on each one of the corners. It's the little orange triangles. You put them on each one of the corner. If you have the Rocketbook app, then you just take a picture of it, and then it uploads to your phone or to your computer as a PDF file or as a document. So just these little ones, I bought them off of Amazon. Again, I need to tag these in my Amazon list, but not really a prepping item, but something. This is more video on what I carry for work that could help you whenever you're in a disaster, or if you're working like me in an emergency operations center or something like that. Again, by Rocketbook, great little tool to have as well. What else do I carry? Again, I have this all on my bed because this is my guest bed. I just washed this, so I'm just kind of pulling stuff off the bed. Carry a lot of different, paper clips and rubber bands and binder clips and stuff like that. Carry a little bag of that. Carry whiteout This is a different type of whiteout. It's like where you write on it, but never know when you might be working, actually doing, you know, a piece of paper, you know, document actually writing instead of using an email and need something like that. Staple remover as well. What else do I carry? Scissors, never know. You know, I always have a knife on me, but never know when you might actually need scissors. Just roll of packing tape, eraser, you know, stuff like that. What else do I got? Pens, pencils, these little post-it note, they are good for like if you have a book or something like that you're using to kind of, you know, as a bookmark or something like that, or if you're doing sign here's, you know, on documents, great to have. I have some different types of pencils. These actually go for that rocket book as well. Carry a little cloth, you know, that way you can wipe off your technology. You have, you know, fingerprints or something on a laptop, you can wipe that off from your phone. Something like that's great. I carry some some clothespins. Again, never know when you might need it, but carry some clothespins as well. I have a little mini stapler. This is, I love this. I've worked in some remote areas whenever I was out in Wyoming, and you never know when you might need a stapler. You know, got a lot of forms or something. You know, those that work in RC operation centers or work on incident management teams. When I was out west, they were carrying. I had guys that would pull up with this whole office. They have printers and you know, their own screens and everything. They could literally just set up wherever. That's kind of what I had this for. This is something I kind of developed when I was out west working. What else do I have? Staples, thumbtacks. These have great. I love carrying thumbtacks with me. Never know if you're working somewhere. Again, if you're a emergency manager, print stuff off. You want to put some stuff up on the wall or hang something up. Never know when you might need some thumbtacks as well. What else do I got? So I carry just loose paper. Never know. It's a little bent. You know, everything gets bent in the book bag, but just loose paper. Some notepads as well. I carry this kind of clipboard. It's got some extra pins in it, but actually I carry, you know, I use these if I'm setting up, you know, working remotely. You always have a piece of paper by me to write on. So I have, you know, just large legal pads with me. And then this, I carry all my important documents in here, paper documents. If you work in emergency management or in the emergency services field, you're a little bit aware of an ICS form. I carry paper copy ICS forms with me, 201s, 213s. Again, if you're not an emergency manager, you have no clue what I'm talking about, and that's perfectly okay. Hit me up if you want some inside knowledge on ICS forms, but this is kind of a FEMA documentation for those that are not aware. Carry contact lists, you know, stuff for my work. Again, this is a work bag. This is not a, you know, a bug out bag, not a prepping bag. This is, you know, what I carry as a prepper, as an emergency manager for work. What else I carry? Again, emergency management related. I carry a little hazmat, emergency ERG book. This looks how you look up all your hazardous materials and stuff. You can carry a little NIMS field guide, National Incident Management System, if you're not aware of NIMS. If I'm talking a whole different language to you, but I carry one of those with me as well. What are we moving to next? Let's move into some more personal care items. These wipes, I don't know how many. Every time I go to Walmart, I'm picking up some wet ones. I got them in the truck. I got them in my bag. I got them by my work. You know, never know when you might need some wet ones. You know, wipe your hands off, wipe a workstation off or something like that. I carry a pocket knife in my work bag. You know, I always have one on me for the most part, but carry one of those, and I carry a multi-tool. You know, never know where you might be working somewhere. Going back to it, you know, I have tourniquets everywhere. I carry a tourniquet right here in my work bag. Never know when you might need a tourniquet. Hopefully never, but never know when you might need one. Carry a little flashlight. Is it working? Yeah, it's working. Never know when you might need the flashlight. You know, nail clippers and a file. I hate when, you know, get hangnails or if I'm starting to bleed or something. And, you know, never know when you might need a quick nail trim or something like that. Again, random item, but that's something I carry as well. Carry some super glue. Again, never know when you might need super glue. You might break something, you know, and you need some super glue. Not on yourself, of course. Don't use super glue on yourself. But again, great item to have. Other personal care items. Sorry, I had to reach across the bed here and drag. This is how much I carry in my work bag. A personal care, more items. Mouthwash. Don't want stinky breath, especially if you've been all day, you know, working or something like that. Little flossers. Carry, I have bad allergies. Again, it looks like it's damaged. It's not really that bad. Zyrtec with me. More wet wipes. These are a little bit more disinfectant wipes. I've worked in some places where you gotta constantly disinfect. You don't want to get sick, especially if you're an emergency manager. You don't want to get sick. So kind of keeping care of yourself. Carry. These are just if you got a sore throat, lozenges, something like that. Q-tips. Never know when you might need one of those. What else do I carry? A little bag of tissues. Carry aspirin. Never know when you might need some aspirin. Pepto. Never know when you might need Pepto. I was working out west and eating some questionable MREs, upset stomach. These save your life. Never know when you might need a chapstick as well. What else? Personal care I got. More chapstick. I always keep chapstick with me, so you never know when you might need chapstick. Lotion, dropping stuff now. Deodorant, don't want to be smelly, especially in the summertime, so I carry some deodorant with me. This is essentially like a mobile office. I mean, that's what you need to think of. It's like a mobile office. Like most people carry this stuff like in their office. With me, I never know where my office could be one day, especially if something happens. Never know when you might need something. Tums, a little, lint roller if you're, professional or whatever. I've never used it, it's still the thing. But you never know when you might need it. I got some stuff on you. Cold and flu medicine, non-drowsy, of course, daytime. Never know, you might get sick and you need some, cold and flu medicine. Carry, I got this at the Dollar Tree, just some paracord. I've used paracord, in a lot of different works and a lot of different ways, and just good to have on you if something happens. This is my first aid kit that I carry in my work bag, smaller version. I like that it's kind of small, has just some basic, first aid, band-aids, gauzes, compression pads, ice pads, big stuff like that. I put some extra stuff in there as well. I have Tylenol in here, Advil, carry some hydrogen cortisone cream, some anti-itch cream, stuff like that. Just a good little first aid kit. It's simple, that way you can keep it in your book bag. Never know when you might need a first aid kit. I carry a set of binoculars with me. Again, might be more of an emergency manager thing, but never know when you might set up somewhere and you need to see something downstream, especially if you're working at like an incident command post type of thing, more field operations. Never know when you might need binoculars. What else are we moving on to? I carry a little, I have the multi-tool, but sometimes the multi-tool doesn't always work if you need little sockets. Found this at Dollar Tree, again, Blake's favorite store, and just like a little socket set. Got some extra hexes and stuff like that. Never know when you might need an actual screwdriver working somewhere else. Food type of stuff, well, carry these little rolls of duct tape too. I actually used these several times. It's like little packed duct tape. You can get them at the Dollar Tree. A lot of this stuff came from the Dollar Tree, actually, but I really like that tape, duct tape that's in a roll thing. Carry bathroom wipes, self-explanatory. Carry some bathroom wipes with you. That way you can be prepared. What else more? Now let's kind of get on to the food. I love the liquid IV. I don't drink it as much as I used to, but during the summertime especially I carry some liquid IV packets with me. Good to flavor the water. Water gets, you get tired of drinking water every once in a while. Need some boost. Carry some snacks with me. I actually even carry these little, you can get these at the Dollar Tree again, the little chicken salad, or they even have tuna salad ones. I have these in my bug out bag. They do expire, so you got to watch the expiration date on them, but they're only $1.25. So yeah, this is actually expired, so I need to get some new ones of these. Good. This is why you got to go over your stuff, and that's why you got to look at it. So this is going to go over here instead of until you put it back in the pile. I know these are good because I just bought these, but just like little things of nuts, trail mixes, stuff like that. Something easy you can put in there. You never know where you might be working something and you need to have a quick snack because you're not getting regular food or might not have access or be able to go get food, being able to pull out a snack and have something real quick. What else do I have? Let's see. Let's go over this. This has saved my butt. I don't even know how many times. I love these things. This is a Halo charger. My mother-in-law actually bought this for me. I've had tons of these over the years, but this is the best one I've had so far. It can actually, so it has a normal charger volt here. You know, you can plug into the charger or plug into a normal wall outlet and turn it on. It has 2 USBs, even has a little port and a little cord down here to jump off a car battery if you need to. And then it has a flashlight as well. I've used these things to power my whole laptop, charge my whole laptop up for a cycle. Great to have. I'll tag it on Amazon. Again, it's a Halo. They make different colors. My wife has one that's pink. Been great as well. Carry a solar panel charger as well with more for phones. Can't, you know, plug in a normal outlet, but great for a phone charger. You know, if you're working somewhere remote or out somewhere outside and you have no power, great little tool to have. I've actually used this out west and it worked quite well. It has a little flashlight as well on it. These are all the cords to charge it. I charge these things every other week. I plug it in and just make sure it's working. I have a pretty good routine about that. I use an Apple Watch. I hate when my Apple Watch is dead. And you know, I've had days I get to work and I didn't have it on the charger by my nightstand right. This is Apple Watch charger, runs off a battery. Great to have if you are like me and wear an Apple Watch and want to make sure it is working and charged. Other things I carry little things of water, going kind of back to the food. These are great. Again, if you want to make sure that you're kind of cycling the food out, I keep these on my side pockets here, you know, here on the sides. But that's great to carry, you know, the water with. I can't talk again all about this book bag. That book bag, I mean, it carries all this stuff in there. And yes, it's a little bit on the heavier side. I'm not rucking with it. It's not something I carry in miles a day. It's just something I, you know, put in my office during the day, then I, you know, put it and keep in my truck or take up to my house at night, type of thing. Just great to have as well. What else do I carry? And these are new things that I've actually bought to replace the older stuff I had there. But these are Tide sticks. I always carry Tide sticks. I'm always spilling stuff on me, getting coffee on me or something. Tide sticks saves the day as well. Benadryl, carry Benadryl with you. You never know when you might have an allergic reaction to something. Bought some snacks as well, little meat sticks. I like beef jerky. Not something I eat every day, but you know, I like it as a snack or whenever I'm hungry. I carry those in my bug out bag as well. What else do I got? Got some things in here. Let's see, got Advil. Again, this is all from the Dollar Tree. All these little Advil or leave packs that go in my bug out kit. I've used these before. They're just Pepto chewable. They work pretty well. More wet ones. That's just how much I bought them. Like this things as well. What else? Little shout bags. Carry. Hold up. I got this mixed up. Hand sanitizer with me. Always have that. Have some extra water. Water tabs. That way you can flavor your water as well. Always carry a little Bible with me. Never know when you might, especially if you're working in a pretty traumatic or you know, little chaotic scene, when you can step aside and just grab your little Bible. That way you can have something to rely on during those crazy times. Is that everything? I have carried my laptop, of course. That's my work laptop in there. I have several of these little you know, Molly patches or bags. That way they can attach. Those that are not aware, let me do a quick, you know, this one goes on the front. These two little sleeves here go on in there, and then that way all you do is then buckle it or snap it, and that way you get some extra, you know, storage to it. I even have one for my water bottle. I've actually found this is good for radios. If you are an emergency manager or in emergency services or using a radio or something, I actually put my radio in there. That way it keeps it a little bit protected. But great for a water bottle. I keep that on the side of it. These book bags do not have water bottle holders on them. You know, you can fit a water bottle in it. It even has this book bag even has a, you know, place for your laptop to keep it protected. It's a little cushioned in there. There's a place for sunglasses in here that's actually felted. So that's been really good, going kind of back to the book bag. And that is all that I carry in my book bag. And that only took 30 minutes to do. That's pretty good. So that's kind of what I keep in my book bag. If you have anything else that you keep in your book bag, drop a comment. Let me know. I'm always trying to get ideas. So hope you enjoyed this video. The All Hazards Prepper out.